You could probably figure it out from what I showed there. I'm gonna have to like cut down to highlight and then fix the VOD after.
3, 2, 1.
Please don't. By the way, I'm pretty sure that the stream can hear you, so I'm gonna mute and deafen. I will, hold up. At the request of Elton Elliott, I will be commentating, and DT gets the cap! I cannot believe it, it was insane. And Elton Elliott is a beautiful man. Anyway, now we are looking at a reset for both teams here. Balzania on the offensive, DT waiting, boosts up, makes a grab. Balzania, can he get the block? Doesn't need to. Fred can't make it. Oh, and then S with a snipe from 2 tiles away. One sec, I'm going to confirm that my commentating is adequate. Is my commentating adequate? How dare you? Anyway, back to muted and deafened. And the game rages on. Not Wolo. Wolo gets a rolling bomb defused and is now out past 3. DT, can he get out? Can he hold on long enough? He does! What an amazing play by DT. Great focus and concentration there. Saves a cap from the Whitecaps. That was funny. DT also makes a nice defensive play, getting himself in good position to get Clay Rocks returned on an attempted grab. Raven chimes in and says, OMG, DT is so good. Good point, Raven. And DT makes a grab now. Balzania with a little chip block. He evades the snipe for now, looking to go 2 or 3 at a 10 stalemate with S and returned by Fred. Balzania does not have a lot of room to work because Clayrox just respawned and he gets returned as well. DT going for the pup mid. He will get it and return not Wolo Wolo in the process. Potato Chip gets the power up at 47 or 48 on the bottom left side. And the action continues. Clayrox makes a grab with Juke Juice. Raptor Jesus cannot get the snipe, but he's got him pinned down and a nice return. Not Wolo's trying to go top, won't do it. Potato Chip with the sacrifice button spike kill murder thing. Good job, Potato Chip. And I'm so confused as to what's happening. Looks like everybody left. Everybody left. It's very possible that someone called timeout, and I didn't see it because for whatever reason I was not seeing chat. Anyway, we will play some beautiful music for you. From the SoundCloud of yours truly while we wait.
I'll take care of you. Darling, I am here to stay. And I know you are too. So when I look into your eyes, flawless, bright, but full of fear, I'll wrap you up like you were mine and wipe away your tears. 'Cause I just wanna dance with you tonight. Yeah, I just just wanna dance with you tonight. You don't have to say a word for me to know you're not okay. So let our hearts say things unheard. My love, I'll never turn away. 'Cause I just wanna dance with you tonight. Yeah, I just wanna dance with you tonight. Forget our plan, let love inside, and move your hips with me in time, and take my hand, oh close your eyes, and let your lips crash into mine. 'Cause I just wanna dance with you tonight. Yeah, I just wanna dance with you tonight. And hold you close till the morning light. 'Cause I just wanna dance with you tonight. Yeah, I just wanna dance with you tonight. I promise you I'll be I don't wanna see your face anymore. Loving you has become.
And we are back. The stream should still be going. It appears to be. Although, quite delayed. And we're going to drop in right now to continue the game that apparently was too laggy to tolerate. There we go. I just want to check and make sure it still looks beautiful, and it looks very mediocre.
3, 2, 1.
Alright. So the game commences with 7 minutes left. Wolo Wolo gets, not Wolo Wolo, gets the rolling bomb mid. Balzania gets the juke juice left and the rolling bomb right, which is quickly defused. Wolo Wolo gets a clean grab, still has his rolling bomb. Could this be bad news for the Nevermores? Yes. He's ahead of 4, unless he spikes himself. That is a cap, and indeed it is. I don't know what the aggregate score is because I wasn't paying attention. Well, I was, but not enough. And that's a problem. Clayrox makes a grab, DT plays solid defense, gets the return immediately. And we've only got 1 on offense for the Nevermores, so DT goes forward to help. Potato Chip can't quite contain, neither can Raptor Jesus. Not Wolo Wolo is out 4. Balzania's trying to line up a snipe. He gets pushed off by S, a very good play. But he is smothered in base, and now Balzania is out past 3. But Clayrox has the flag for the Whitecaps, and he grabs a rolling bomb bottom. And now Balzania has to combat a rolling bomb and a juke juice chaser. But Balzania makes a clean escape. He's going to camp around the mid for a little bit. The rolling bomb on Clayrox is defused. Potato Chip continues to chase. Raptor Jesus elects to block instead of chase. And Balzania gets murdered. DT murdered by a combination of Fred and his own teammate. Great boost by Fred there. And Clayrox has returned. Not Wolo Wolo will not go top. He makes a nice boost bottom. He is now 3, coming up 1 to beat, and he couldn't do it. Balzania gets the return. Well played, Balzania. And Balzania still can't quite sneak out of the enemy base there. Not Wolo Wolo's going to try and take a grab when there were 4 in base. He is handily returned. Pups are up. DT gets mid. And we've got a fight for left. Right. I still don't know directions. But Balzania gets it. It was quickly defused. It was a rolling bomb. Balzania... Ooh, some sweet jukes here. He's out past 2. He's going 2 across team tiles. Jumps down to 3. Takes the boost in 4. Can't quite hit the corner if he was trying to do that. And he's kind of hovering between 3 and 4. Now 2 and 3. Now 3. Now 4. Lots of numbers. S is pushing him back well. S gets the return. And now DT tries to go south from the base with the regrab. Clayrox is ahead of 3, so DT needs to stay alive here. And... ooh, almost a kiss. The Nevermores do end up getting a return, but then shortly after the Whitecaps get theirs. Raptor Jesus is kind of in a pickle there. Good job by Balzania. He had one-on-one trying to be blocked, and he was able to get a return. Now moving back into base, they've got to kill 1 to get the cap, and they can't do it. S with a great snipe between 2 defenders. DT misses, but they've still got him kind of held down. DT gets the return there. Sorry for the lag. And Raptor Jesus has S pinned in the bottom left corner. Now he's moving up. I don't know what DT just did there, but it was pretty funny. Potato Chip gets taken out by Not Wolo Wolo's Tag Pro. And S is now trying to sneak into base here. Raptor cannot get the snipe. Great blocking there. But Balzania cannot get the return either. Great blocking by Fred. It was a close one. Wow. That was a really unenthusiastic wow. But now Balzania is out top. He is past everybody. If only the Nevermores can get the return. They need to get it in half a second here, and they won't. Balzania has to move out. And he boosts up through 2. Wolo Wolo is still running around top. Raptor Jesus is going to grab a tag pro mid. Balzania will have a juke juice bottom left. Clayrox camping out for the 3rd pup. S gets the return, and wouldn't you believe it, they got a cap in that split second that he was returned before they got the regrab. Nevermores are in a bit of a pickle here. Clayrox gets a return on DT, but Potato Chip has the regrab he was looking to. He got hit by Balzania, so he's going to bounce back to 3. Goes up 2. He's going to take a kiss wisely, if you ask me. But Clayrox now is down 4. Not returned by Potato Chip and DT just yet. Raptor Jesus, the other flag carrier, this one for the Nevermores, comes across the top. They got the return, the Nevermores did, and Raptor Jesus is sniped by S. S quickly retreats to base. Balzania is trying to get out still, but it's really tough to get away when you're in those team tiles there. DT gets a grab. Probably... never mind. Changed my mind about what I was going to say because I'm that cool. DT does get a rolling bomb, though. Kind of playing it conservatively, making some nice jukes here, letting them do all the work for him on the juke front. And if they can't get the return and Fred with the juke juice is able to get DT back, now DT has to try and return Fred with a juke juice, which just expired. And they've got him pretty well contained here. It was a close one, but they did get him, actually. And now Clayrox has a tag pro coming into the Nevermore's base from the bottom left. DT is going to wait for his offensive partner before he tries to make a grab here, but there's a tag pro in the Nevermore's base. Not Wolo Wolo is contained for now. Raptor Jesus, can he get the return? He can't. He is tagged by the tag pro, which just expired now. And Potato Chip trying to contain him 4 and 3. Raptor Jesus and Potato Chip both have him in the bottom left corner, but he gets out. No, he doesn't. He's returned. Sometimes I just spew words that don't make any sense. Potato Chip with a nice little snipe there to get the return and get a nice reset for the Nevermores. Raptor Jesus grabs a rolling bomb mid. Potato Chips grabs the bottom left power-up, which was a Juke Juice. Raptor gets a clean grab in the enemy base, loses his rolling bomb in the process, barely escapes S. Some very clever juking from Raptor Jesus, but he's going to be caught up by Fred now in the middle. The bottom right pup directions, again, are very difficult for me. It is now up. It is a Juke Juice. And they are going to clog lane 2 so he can't get back into base. And we've got 5 seconds left.
3,
DT going for the kept
2,
flag.
1.
And he doesn't get it! Oh no. Poor DT. No kept flag for you. Anyway, the score on that segment of half 1 was 3-0. I missed what the first half was, so excuse me while I go ask other people. Hey, what was the score for the first part of that before the time? So aggregate for half 1 is 3-1? Okay, sounds good. Thank you. After some intensive sleuth work, I have discovered the score is now an aggregate 3-1 across the 2 parts of the first half. We are going to navigate back here real quick, put some scores up for you. Bear with me, I'll get some bomb-ass, dank-ass music flowing here. Making noises with my mouth.
One day at a time, and you'll make it through just fine with your addictions, your self-afflictions. Keep your head up high, and we know you'll be alright. That's what they tell you, then they expel you. One day at a time, we fell apart. I broke your heart, no longer mine. We said goodbye, and I wish that we could start again. Yes, one day at a time, you'll start to see what I can be. A better man, I know I can. Cause the truth is you were made for me. You're losing hope, you're losing faith. Some pain just cannot be erased. I understand, this isn't what I planned. Recovery, it takes a while. I can't remember how to smile without you. There's something about you. One day at a time, we fell apart. I broke your heart, no longer mine. We said goodbye, and I wish that we could start again. Yes, one day at a time, we'll start to see what I can be. A better man, I know I can. Cause the truth is you were made for me. One day at a time, we fell apart. I broke your heart, no longer mine. We said goodbye, and I wish that we could start again. Yes, one day at a time, we'll start to see what I can be. A better man, I know I can. Cause the truth is you were made for me.
Three, two, one.
Alright, the game continues. Sorry while I center my spectator script thingy. Not spectator script, but you know what I mean. And also, another apology for having my Star Wars texture pack. I never seem to remember to turn that off before we start streaming. Anyway, Balzania gets out for the Nevermores, now on blue. But actually he is contained now. His Tag Pro is just worn out. They did get him returned. Why do I not have sounds? There we go. Hopefully that should do it. Can Balzania hold the button? Doesn't matter. DT gets almost out on top, but then S makes a nice play coming up across the second lane and through the team tiles to get in front of him. And they get another return there. Clay Rocks makes a grab in Nevermore's territory and is returned. DT looks like he's got a good opportunity for a cap here, and he does get it. So Nevermores are now up. Actually, they're not. I'm sorry. It's 3-2 aggregate for this half. Still in favor of the Whitecaps. Good save by DT. Gets in front of the, or gets a snipe on the flag carrier just before it gets there. I'm going to ridicule Clay Rocks for just a second because he spiked himself when he had a lot of room to run. DT will grab the center pup. Raptor Jesus now fighting with S for the lower left pup, which is a rolling bomb. Shouldn't make a huge difference. It's probably going to be diffused either way, no matter who gets it. Raptor Jesus does get it, and as I very wisely predicted, it was immediately diffused. Raptor makes a grab, tries to sneak out across the top, and he almost does it, but S still gets the return. And we are looking at basically a reset here. Yep. Mikoiso, as I am told the correct pronunciation is, gets a grab and is out fairly cleanly. Now he's somewhat contained between 4 and 3, but he gets past them again. Balzania gets the return on that one, but now Clay Rocks has some room to work with on offense here. He's camping out by the offensive boost there, giving some thought to letting his regrabber catch up. Mikoiso is going to grab a rolling bomb mid and a juke juice bottom right, and then probably head towards regrab. Potato Chip is chasing him, which I don't think is entirely necessary, but maybe then again, maybe it was, because now he is out with a rolling bomb and a juke juice. Good positioning, good play by the Nevermores overall there. They were able to get the return, and he can't quite get out on top after he makes a grab. This should be a good opportunity now. DT is returned by Fred. Good play by Fred. He was very fast to get in front. And now Clay Rocks is ahead of 3. Balzania need only survive, and he can't do it. That will be a cap for the Whitecaps. DT has a grab. He's quickly returned. And Mikoiso was able to get, Mikoiso, I keep doing that wrong, was able to get a tag pro. Potato Chip with a nice little shot down to the right side there, grabs a rolling bomb, which immediately diffuses. Balzania is ahead of 2, but they do have a tag pro in base. This doesn't look like a good capping opportunity, and it's not. He is returned, and now Clay Rocks is ahead of 2. DT has the flag. Now he's ahead of no one. DT likes to go through mid, a good play, and they get the return there. They have to get a return here, and I don't know if they can do it. DT's got such sick jukes, but he is returned. Unfortunately, took a boost straight into a wall, which didn't really help. Now Raptor's contemplating his options here. He's going to look to boost 3, and then he does and goes down to 4. Tries to move back up to 3, now to 2, now to 3. And Mikoiso is lining up a snipe. Goes a little too early, but S gets the return anyways. Balzania had the regrab. DT is successfully able to return Fred there, it looks like. Mikoiso ignores the tag pro, and Potato Chip gets it. That was a big mistake by Mikoiso, because now the Nevermores have a tag pro, and they were able to get the return. But Potato Chip is going to keep the tag pro on defense, it looks like. And after a couple flacids, it looks like that tag pro threat might not be much of a threat anymore. Potato Chip is coming into base, but it just expired. He does get a grab. Can Balzani keep him off the button? Probably could have, but Potato Chip tried to go south anyways, and it didn't work out. They were both killed. Good job by Potato Chip and Raptor keeping decent contain there, and Potato Chip was inevitably able to lead the return. Now we've got just Balzania in base. He is waiting for a teammate. Does he have one? Now he's camping out by the pup. DT was able to get center pup. It was a juke juice, and he's moving into base quickly now. Makes a clean grab, and elects to go 2. Oh, what a juke by DT. Just a little dodge there. It's unfortunate that he was immediately returned afterwards, but Balzania was able to get a juke juice, so hopefully he's got a little bit of room to work here. And he does. Great juking by the Nevermores in this sequence here, but it will matter not if they can't get Mikoiso returned. Mikoiso takes a little corner on the boost there, tries to move up, and a timely snipe by Mikoiso to move back down into the bottom half of the map. Raptor, again, looking at some of his lane options here. Almost returned by S, but he manages to escape it. He can't escape Fred, however. They corralled him nicely there. And now we are looking at a stalemate of sorts in the Whitecaps half. Balzania does his part in keeping the button secure. DT grabs a rolling bomb center, Mikoiso on the bottom half. DT gets the return and kills someone else. He's got a juke juice now to work with, but they need this return. And it looks like they won't get it. Fred gets there along with S now, and Mikoiso on the way. They do get the return finally, but it might not matter. We'll see here in just a moment. Oh, what a shot by Potato Chip. Narrowly avoiding the spikes to get a return, and now DT is trying to come to. If he can beat them, if they can block that boost, and they do successfully. The Nevermores get a cap. We are now looking at, again, it looks, well, 4-3, a 1-point deficit. However, Clayrox is in front of everybody, and he's got a rolling bomb. Raptor cannot get a grab. The score is returned to its original state of, well, not entirely, but a 2-cap deficit for the Nevermores. Good shot by Potato Chip. Potentially saves the snipe. I know DT was there as well. And Balzania kind of just jukes the button and doesn't get the return, or doesn't get the protector there, so they are returned. And now Clayrox trying to push on offense. Oh, great play by Balzania, just able to get around the block and get the return there. Now DT almost ahead of 3, but Fred made a nice snipe to keep him from the cap. We have a reset now. Mikoiso, whatever his name is, with a tag pro, and he goes straight into a spike. We might be seeing some lag here. DT, as a result of that, is able to grab a juke juice in the bottom left half. DT is pushing out, will be returned by S, and Mikoiso fighting Potato Chip for the button for some reason when he doesn't have an offensive partner. Balzania gets spiked as well. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe we've got some serious lag, or if they're just goofing around for pre-April Fool's Day celebration. Unbelievable. Mikoiso gets out top when Potato Chip was right there on the button, and that's going to be a cap too. And then DT defuses his rolling bomb and kills Potato Chip as punishment for letting the Whitecap go out over top. Now Mikoiso is going to grab a tag pro in the bottom right corner here. DT can't get out, and Mikoiso's kind of chasing around the Nevermores, just giving him a hard time. Balzania's boost didn't go where he wanted it to, but that doesn't really matter. But Clayrox with the flag is now ahead of 2. DT does get a tag pro.
3, 2, 1.
And at least that saves an extra cap, but it doesn't matter. The game is over. It was won by the Whitecaps. The final score, 6-3. And now back to the music to serenade you while they get Game 2 set up. I was literally about to type in music. All right, let's see here. So it looks like Game 2, half 1, is about to be underway. Nevermores on the left side, Whitecaps on the right, has blue. Very interesting pup start here. We'll see who can get it. We've got Juke Juices on either side and then a Tag Bro dead center. DT, are you licking your lips? Balzania, 2015. Balzania and DT both get power-ups. Balzania with the Tag Pro mid, DT with the Juke Juice bottom left, and Mikoiso gets the other pup bottom right. I don't know about you guys, but I'm experiencing some lag, so please forgive the poor stream. This could be a cap opportunity for the Nevermores, and it looks like it is. A very solid start for them after getting pretty handily beaten the first game 6-3. I think it was a little closer than that score suggests. They just gave up a few based on stuff and reasons, and that's why the Whitecaps capped. So anyway, that's my in-depth analysis of Game 1. Raptor Jesus with a nice return there. I am missing my sounds again, so bear with me while I follow streamers and there it is. Okay, cool. Alright, so Mikoiso now down bottom left. Potato Chip and Raptor chasing. Potato Chip elects to grab a Juke Juice and tries to boost ahead, but Mikoiso is still in the Nevermore's half. Clayrox detonates his rolling bomb against Balzania, but Mikoiso looks to be trapped still and fairly well contained, but with some nice juking, Mikoiso is out. DT also out on the other side. Almost returned was DT, and now it's just a massive chase fest for both teams. Potato Chip ends up getting the return for the Nevermores. Fred was lining up a snipe, and he might still follow through with it. Raptor Jesus gets a return. This could be a cap. The suspense continues. With some nice blocking, can't quite get the cap. Well played by the Whitecaps. It looks like Mikoiso was able to get there just on time. Oh no, it looks like the Nevermores have given up a clean escape. It's just Balzania versus two blockers, and it will... Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Oh, baby. That's what Moosin thinks. Balzania just had an outstanding return. He snuck through two blockers and was able to get the return before they capped, and the score remains 1-0 for Game 2, half 1. Now the Nevermores give up a clean cap. They have a Tag Pro. Actually, both sides. The Nevermores are Flag Pro. Mikoiso gets the button wisely. It's kind of hard to call him coy after that, because he did, in fact, get the button, which is kind of not what you'd expect from someone with coys in their name. Raptor Jesus misses a snipe back into base, and now Mikoiso is ahead of 2. And we're seeing some pretty intense chasing. A kiss was probably good for the Nevermores in that situation. Balzania is trapped up top and navigates out of it. Very smooth navigation there. He was returned by a snipe by Fred, but he gave the Nevermores enough time to get a return there. Now both teams look to be sort of reset. DT cannot get out over top, so we are looking at a reset here. There is a pop-up bottom left corner. Clayrox is going to grab it. It was a Juke Juice. Raptor Jesus will take the mid rolling bomb. And Potato Chip was able to grab the bottom right Juke Juice a few moments earlier. Potato Chip now makes a grab and will try to navigate past 2. Good rolling bomb detonation by Raptor Jesus, kind of throws him off. Now, it's 2 blockers versus 1 defender. One other one is coming up, and they can't get the return on time. That is unfortunate for the Nevermores. Great play, though, by the Whitecaps. Now we've got another opportunity that we're looking at. Unbelievable. They cannot secure the button, and Clayrox is able to get on it to get the return just before, I believe it was Balzania, comes in with the flag. And we are looking at, again, a reset for both teams. Pups should be coming up pretty soon. We've already got 2 players camping on him. Clayrox with a nice little push. Balzania gets returned. There is a Tag Pro bottom right, and S is going to grab it. Clayrox also grabs the bottom left Tag Pro. In fact, Whitecaps grab all 3 power-ups this round. This could spell bad news for the Nevermores. They're using 1 on offense, 1 on defense, and a Juke Juice on offense as well. That is quite possibly one of the best power-ups, like organization. I don't even know what word I'm looking for, but one of the best setups that you could look for. It smells like Asian food, and it's delicious in my nostrils. Anyway, back to the game. Clayrox makes a grab, tries to get past Raptor Jesus. Still does it for now. Raptor Jesus playing very good contain, and he's able to get the return. Mikoiso makes a grab, and Raptor Jesus gets him kind of pinned, but he's got a lane out. Potato Chip, great positioning on the button, and is able to sneak off of it to get the return. And we see the power-up battles commence once again. Clayrox again gets a tag pro bottom left, and he will take a grab with it. Probably not what he really wanted to do there. DT is able to get the juke juice on the bottom left, was it? I don't know my directions, like I said. Nevermores get the return. And DT has the flag, but he's returned now. So we're looking at a reset once more. Balzani's going to try and boost into base. Gets a nice little grab there, but cannot circumnavigate Fred, who gets a nice return. And with 3 defense, the Nevermores get 2 returns, and again, a reset. DT tries to hand off to Balzania, can't quite pull it off, although in the process they did make Fred spike himself, which was kind of funny. And, oh, an excellent bomb by Raptor. Brilliant, brilliant play there, because it looks like that would have been a cap otherwise, as Clayrox was coming across top with the flag. Mikoiso now has the flag and a juke juice. He's chilling around 4. He's going to move up the outside. And a kiss, probably best for the Nevermores in that situation. And another kiss. And a good shot by S back into base. And we've got another reset. DT will now navigate out to the offensive half. Potato Chip is able to get the return on Mikoiso. Clayrox boosts in, makes a grab, and they've got him pretty well contained, and Potato Chip gets the return here. Again, we are reset. Balzania, the only offender for the Nevermores currently. DT's on his way. Same story, Mikoiso and Clayrox, it looks like. But Clayrox is actually going to sit back, probably wait for the pup, it looks like. And Balzania is going to go on the offensive once again after he was returned. Mikoiso is out past 2, but he spikes himself. And Potato Chip can't quite get to that boost in time to get a rolling bomb before he's tagged by a tag pro. This is a bad situation. Potato Chip has to sacrifice himself here and just detonate that rolling bomb. But he cannot do it. And he spikes himself. DT needs to stay alive, and he cannot do it. It's now Balzania against Clayrox with a rolling bomb. Balzania makes a nifty little juke there. He's out for now. And they do get the return. Great job by the Nevermores just surviving against all odds there. But we do have a reset for both teams. Mikoiso, I'm so sorry I keep ruining your name. I know it's actually Mikoiso. He makes a nice grab, trying to make a little bounce there. Can't quite do it. Good positioning by the Nevermores. And now Fred is going to camp out and see what he's going to do here. Takes a boost down to 3. He's got 3 Nevermores to beat. And he can't do it. Accidental grab there, it looks like, by Balzania, which might work in his favor because he is taking a boost after Clayrox, and he does get the return. Well played there by Balzania. There's now a power-up up. Mikoiso just snags it from Balzania. Well played, Mikoiso. And Raptor, I think it was just returned on a good snipe by the Whitecaps. This is the, far and away, in my opinion, the closest half, despite what the scores will tell you. The play on both sides has been very strong. S gets a nice snipe there. DT has to beat 3 defense, and he can't beat 2-ish. That was a clever snipe by Raptor Jesus, pushing Clayrox into, or actually boosting Clayrox into a spike. DT makes a decent grab, but he's returned, and Balzania is now left on offense alone. He'll wait for his partner to come up. We do have a power-up up bottom right, and Balzania is going to get to it first. Clayrox, however, out past 2. It looks like DT is moving on to the offensive side here. Does a great job with that block, pushing S onto a boost that he did not want to take. But Fred is catching up to Balzania. Nice snipe by Mikoiso. And Clayrox is contained in the bottom left corner for now. They're able to get the return on a very close call there. They need another return.
3,
And they
2,
can't quite do it. The
1.
score will remain 1-0 for the end of the first half. DT with the top score by a significant margin because he was the only one with the cap. Also 2 minutes of hold by 2 players, pretty much 3 if you include Clayrox, who had 157. A great first half. A defensive battle the entire way through. Though there were some great opportunities for the offense, they really weren't able to close on them. So anyway, back to the music, your favorite part. I know. We'll go back a little bit so you can hear the best part in the song. And I will take a quick break. And a perfect time to end the song. We are now going to resume the game. This is game 2, half 2. The Nevermores currently have the lead 1-0. It is anybody's game. Just to give you guys a headache and to make sure that my sounds work at the beginning of the game. Everyone's flying everywhere. I can't see what's happening.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, sounds are working. That was all I was checking. And it looks like Mikoiso was able to get a Juke Juice. Fred was able to get a Rolling Bomb, a Tag Pro. I know words. This is a bad start for the Nevermores. Can they keep them contained when there's a Tag Pro on offense? The Tag Pro expires, and Balzania, with a hell of a snipe, gets the return on Mikoiso there. Clayrox, however, is out, and now he's returned. Good play by the Nevermores. Still, I appear to be lagging a little bit. You'll have to forgive that. We don't have to forgive it, I suppose. But I would appreciate it if you would forgive that. That would be nice. We're at an early match stalemate right now. Clayrox makes a boost grab, and he is going to be out 1. Again, numbers are difficult for me. Great job by DT getting on the gate just in time. If he wasn't able to do that, Balzania looked to be in good position to get the return as well. Mikoiso is going to wait out for a minute and grab a Juke Juice. Both teams were able to secure a Tag Pro. It was a great play by the Whitecaps Tag Pro holder, Clayrox. Yeah, that will be a cap. Aggregate is now 1-1. Well played by the Whitecaps there. A very smart decision for Clayrox with the Tag Pro to return the other Tag Pro. Or at least tag him, I should say, not a return. But very intelligent. That was not his most intelligent play, though. He accidentally bumped his own flag carrier and returned him there. Oh boy. Clayrock, and good snipe by Mikoiso there as well, just kind of disrupting the Nevermore's plan of attack there. This is going to be... Oh, baby! Damn! Damn, son. DT just fucked you up, dog. Anyway, as I was saying, DT just had an outstanding return, taking the boost snipe, getting him literally a very small amount from the flag. Probably like a tile, maybe a tile and a half. But it was a very close call. I'm pretty sure that the entire Whitecaps team, I as well, had concluded that that was a cap and was about to announce that the score was 2-1, but it remains 1-1. DT gets a grab, but at the expense of Balzania, or Raptor, it might have been actually, I'm not really sure. But DT is now out top. Don't take the boost. He takes the boost and dies. If only people would listen to me, you know. Anyway, we're at a reset here. And nothing's really happening. DT and Clayrock's fighting in the bottom left corner for a power-up. S comes in to join in on the fun. Potato Chip was able to grab a rolling bomb. DT does get the tag pro in the bottom left corner, but Mikasa will get the tag pro in the bottom right corner. Mikoiso using the tag pro on offense. Balzani is just going to evade that, get some space, get ahead. And it looks like he will try to go and help out on offense. Clayrock's, however, now ahead of 2 and 3, and he's got 2 blockers in front of him. That's going to be a cap. The score now is 2-1 in favor of the Whitecaps. Balzania can't get out past S. Clayrox makes a grab against the Nevermores. Balzania does get the return there, and he gets another return against Mikoiso. Raptor Jesus takes a very aggressive grab and is not able to get out. And now we will see the power-up battles recommence. This time on the bottom left side we have DT and Balzania for the Nevermores fighting against Clayrox and S. DT is able to get it, and now Mikoiso is going to grab a tag pro bottom right. Sorry. And Raptor grabs the other tag pro mid. Good shot there. Potentially saves a cap because the Whitecaps had a tag pro in the base. It's a good thing that the Nevermores got the return there because they had nobody in the enemy base, so it would have been ahead of everyone had he gotten out. They've got Mikoiso contained pretty well here. Raptor Jesus gets a very close shot there, very close tag. Potato Chip is able to make a nice snipe back into base there. Both Nevermore's offenders are returned, and now we see another reset. And another power-up battle in the bottom left corner. The Nevermores are going to win it. DT has a tag pro on offense. There is a juke juice. Sound it out, Moosin. Bottom right. DT evades for a moment. Well played by Raptor Jesus. Gets on the regrab with the rolling bomb there. Barely avoids the defenders, but can't do it for long. This is a tough situation. DT luckily able to get the return there, and he makes a grab as well. Figures, while I'm on offense, I might as well do some damage here. Wow, impressive fight for the button there on both sides actually, and it looks like they split those battles. The Nevermores won the left one. Even after the holder was returned, his boost pushed the defender off of the button. Then on the right side, the Whitecaps were able to get onto the button on time to get the return of the flag carrier. Raptor Jesus and Potato Chip are able to get the return on Mikoiso. They now are containing Clayrox, and they can do it. Raptor Jesus gets a return there. Balzania and S fighting in the bottom left corner for a tag pro. DT ends up sneaking in to grab it. He's also got a rolling bomb. He's going to take it on O. We'll see what the Nevermores can make of this situation. An interesting play there. Balzania does have a good shot here, and he makes it. What a play. DT's rolling bomb blasted Balzania and a defender out top. But the defender couldn't catch up, and Balzania made a great play. It looks like we are probably going to be timing out here. That's why my screen is glitching and switching all over the place. So, if you'll give me just a moment, I'll turn on your favorite songs again. I'm sure you'd all love to hear some dubstep that I made in my early days.